Bethesda Softworks, you have royally fucked it up. Hey everyone, what's happening? And today we're going to be talking about Bethesda's latest blunder with Doom Eternal and its anti-cheat system. They just introduced this in the latest patch, and it is one of those things that really has pissed people off. I know it's pissed me off. The new anti-cheat system is called Denovo AntiCheat, or Denovo AntiCheat, however you want to pronounce it. But what it is a kernel level Windows anti-cheat system. And it's a kernel driver for Windows. And that has a myriad of problems. One of the major problems is it's no longer compatible with Linux. Doom Eternal worked actually almost perfectly inside of Linux. I know I've played it in Linux, and I've beaten the game, actually, Doom Eternal, and it's pretty fun, but now I can't even start it. No matter how you manipulate it, it requires the Windows kernel to run, because it requires that Denovo anti-cheat driver inside the Windows kernel to be running for the game executable to even start. And of course, Linux systems, they don't have the Windows kernel. What does this mean? Well, it means most likely Doom Eternal, unless they fix this, is not going to work in Linux from now on. And quite honestly, I'm not too happy with it. As a matter of fact, I've asked for a refund because I can't play a game that I could originally play because the developer decided to push an anti-cheat system that's not compatible with an operating system that I was running, where it ran just perfectly before they pushed this latest patch. So hopefully I can get a refund, because I bought the deluxe edition for almost $100. Now, if you're a gamer on Windows, there are some concerns for you as well. One of the major problems with kernel level drivers is they have been proven to be unreliable. Back in the days of Starforce, which was a DRM scheme that required a kernel level driver, it proved to be unstable. And this was like back in the Windows XP 98 XP era, and Starforce would start up immediately upon boot when you booted Windows, and it was a really unstable driver. It caused many problems. Matter of fact, there have been reports that Starforce would trap you in a boot loop, and it wouldn't even allow you to boot into safe mode after it had crashed the computer completely, and then you would have to figure out a way to get your files off and reinstall Windows, and it was a pain in the butt. And then you had a couple others that were buggy, but not as bad as Starforce. Starforce was terrible. I'm glad they stopped using Starforce as a DRM scheme. But Denovo probably won't have that problem, because it only starts when you start the game executable. It does not start on boot, and it will kill the process when you kill the game. So the chances of it crashing your system are drastically reduced, because it only runs when the game is running. So if it's going to crash your system, it's only going to do it if Doom Eternal is running. Unlike Starforce, where you could be working on a word processor and then your computer just blue screens and then it reboots and you don't know if it's going to start up again. So that's an improvement. But also a major problem of kernel level drivers in Windows is a privacy risk. Because kernel level drivers has the potential of accessing your entire system. Now, Denovo says it's not doing that, but you don't know what they're doing because it's proprietary. So you have to put your trust in a proprietary company that requires you to install a kernel level driver that potentially can access every file on your system. Now, I don't have a particular problem with proprietary software, But when you're putting your hands in a kernel level situation like that, I'd like a little bit more transparency in some things. And kernel level drivers have been proven to be a privacy risk as far as data collection goes. Now, Denovo might not be collecting your data right now. They might be telling the truth. Who knows? But the thing is, even if they're not collecting the data now, they could change their mind and push an update where they are collecting your data. They have the right to do that because it's proprietary. Now, another problem with this particular anti-cheat solution they've chosen is that single player people who only play single player are affected. They may not want that kernel level driver running on single player, but they don't have a choice. And even if you uninstall Denovo AntiCheat, the game won't run. And because it requires this driver running while the game is running, you have to have anti-cheat software running in the background while you're playing single player, where cheating really doesn't matter. And some people really don't care about multiplayer, so why do they need an anti-cheat running if you're only running single player? So I guess my point is this. You don't need a kernel level driver for anti-cheat. Now, I understand why companies put in anti-cheats and all that stuff, because cheaters, they ruin the gaming experience for those who play the game honestly, and it really pisses people off if people are hacking and cheating and all that. And the developer seems to think that they have a responsibility to their customers to reduce that kind of thing from happening on their servers. And I get it, but there are better solutions out there than putting a kernel level driver in your system. I mean, Valve, AntiCheat, or VAC isn't kernel level, and it's compatible with Linux. So what can you do about this? Well, don't give them your money. I know I'm not going to be giving Bethesda any money for a very long time unless they fix this. A very, very long time. And I love Bethesda. I mean, I'm a big fan of Fallout, all that stuff. But if they're going to be doing this, then I'm not going to buy anything from them. I'm not going to give them my money. And if you're really pissed about this kernel level drivers thing, you shouldn't either. Because corporations like this are driven by money. That's the whole purpose of existing, is to make money. And if you are not spending your money on their games because you don't like the way they're fundamentally doing things, they will change their behavior. Because literally, the customer is always right. Why? Because if you don't do what the customer wants, then they're not going to buy your product. So stop giving these horrible companies your money if they are doing things like this, screwing over Linux users, screwing over everybody, and putting security risks on your computer for anti-cheats. Just stop giving them your money, and they'll find a better solution that you'll be happy with. At least that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop buying Bethesda products. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, that's what that thumbs down button is for. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one. If you like my content and wish to support my work, you can do so on Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, if you wish to see more, check out the videos on your screen.